Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. Today I have an update about ANKR and of course we will be talking about the recent price action and what is the near future for it. If you like the content, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button and share. You can always join our new Telegram group chat where we will be talking about crypto space in general or even for more specific reviews, and of course we will grow together. I can't really say how thankful I am for all the support for the channel, guys, and for your nice comments. Really means a lot. And now let's proceed to our what we told in the previous video and our major support levels. I told you guys that we would have lower highs, higher lows, and we would have a squeeze point where we could go upwards, and we did. Thankfully we did. So the buying opportunity, the clear buying opportunity where would you minimize the risk was at if we break through the 0.16 to 0.17 cents around there. If we break through this resistance line, then we had a clear buying opportunity because we would minimize the risk, and right now we did, and of course we went above. I hope you followed the advice, and if you didn't, that's fine. You should always do your own research, okay? So right now we are staying above this price here at around 0.70, making this as support level, the blue line 0.17 to 0.18 cents. We want to stay here and we will discuss later about the future. Right now let's see the MACD. Of course you can see here the bullish cross where the blue line went be above the signal line, and of course when we have that we are having a very good and bullish scenario. So right now we saw this, and before in the previous days we were seeing going downwards, upwards, downwards, upwards. We didn't have a very clear perspective, but most likely we'll see that on the daily frame, okay? We'll see that better on the daily frame. The MACD, we will discuss about this, and you will see why these changes didn't change much the price, okay? We want to see the 4-hour frame and we want to see the daily frame as well. So right now it still looks bullish for ANKR. Don't worry about these minor consolidations, and of course we will see, and I will make an update for more. So you can see here the MACD, it is still above the signal line. Very good scenario. We want it to stay like this even on the daily frame that we will discuss in the next few minutes. Let's go now to the RSI and the commodity channel index as well as the SSL channel. With the SSL channel, when the green line is above the red line, we are having a buying opportunity. And as you can see here, it is above. It isn't always the case though, guys. You need to be careful and take into consideration other indexes as well. And what we are seeing here, and what I want you always to learn and always to have in mind, is that it is easy to take profits when we have a bullish run, okay? It is easy to take profits, we take profits, okay, we have a profit target, we might take profits, and of course we are happy. But what happens when you are here, you've bought some ANKR and we drop? Then how you can make money, how you can take profits? The first thing you should do is not to invest all your money here. The second thing you should do is when you fall, you want to buy more and more into lower support lines. And how can you predict these support lines when you fall so down in the short term? You predict it by watching the RSI and the CCI. When the RSI is on the line of 30 and beyond the line of 30, as you can see here, it hit the minus 23, the 24, the 24, when it is below the 30, and the commodity channel index, it is below the minus 100, like this. This is a buying opportunity for the short term, because you see here, we reached this price, then we moved upwards again. So when we are consolidating, if you want for the very short term, you can always have profits in the daily, of course, trade, or in the next 1 to 2 days. But it was a good buying opportunity for the midterm as well. You can see here, after 10 days, we went upwards. We were having higher lows and lower highs. Squeeze point, we went upwards. Right now, it still looks good. When we are having a bullish trend, you can see the RSI and the CCI take higher prices. And eventually, when we have a very high risk, we are going downwards. but we are still standing strong here. The CCI is above the 100 or near it is right now. As you can see, it is more sensitive. The commodity channel index is more sensitive to the price action because it has the price in its equation. So right here, the RSI, it is more stable. You can see it is inside the 30 and 70. We can see higher lows for the RSI as well, and it looks very, very, very good for now. We will discuss about the risk again later. So to Bollinger Bands and to the anchor against USD in the daily frame for MACD. This is what I was talking about. This is the critical point for the daily frame. We want to see this cross and the blue line go above the signal line. When this happens, it will be very, very good. I think it will happen, guys, because it is lagging a bit, but I think it will happen and we will go upwards for the daily frame. On the SSL, you can see here that the green line is above the red line. We are having a buying opportunity when we are seeing this, okay? So we are having a buying opportunity on the daily frame, the Bollinger Bands, high volatility here, which you can see here. We consolidated inside the Bollinger Bands. Let me just draw some new lines. We can see here, we fall down again into the Bollinger Bands. When we are having high volatility, the bottom and the top of the Bollinger Bands are having huge distance, and thus the higher risk. And of course now we are extending a bit the Bollinger Bands, but it is not always the case that we have a very high risk. We might see that we are going a little bit inside the Bollinger Bands, but that doesn't mean anything. If we see other indexes, it is looking strong. Anchor is still looking strong, but I will keep making updates. Of course, let's go to Anchor against Bitcoin, and of course the same price action I thought it would happen. We just reached this point where the 50-day EMA was below the 20-day EMA with a yellow line here. The top line is the 20-day EMA and the middle line is the 30-day EMA. The 50-day EMA is the bottom line, and we want it to still be our bottom line, because when it is beyond the other lines, it is a very good sign that we will see an upward trend situation. We are in the 4-hourly frame, of course, and you can see here the cross, and we went beyond. The red line went beyond the 30-day EMA, and the 20-day EMA still looked promising, and we made these lines as our support lines here, and we kept going up till we find this resistance point at 0.50332. And why did we find this resistance level? What is the price here? When you divide the anchor's price to Bitcoin's price, you get this price out here, and it was previously a resistance point as well back on 29th March. That's why we hit this line here. We were consolidating for a bit. Right now I expect the 0.50288 to be our new support level for the short term, and if we go sideways we might hit again this support level, we might not. We will see about that. Nothing to worry for now. We will make an update, of course, afterwards. So let's see the anchor against Bitcoin. Told you guys before in my previous video, lower, higher lows, lower highs, squeeze point, we will be moving upwards. I expected it to do it one day later, but of course in this day it is still good, guys. Okay, so we were expecting it to go upwards like we did, hitting this resistance of what I told you before, and it always looked good for anchor against Bitcoin. You shouldn't worry for the midterm, because we were having this, the 50-day EMA going beyond the 30-day EMA and the 20-day EMA. That's why we were confident. We're still confident that we would see it still going upwards, because in the daily frame we never saw a high risk for the mid-term. That's why patience is the key, and sometimes you have to look away and you have to have higher you have to watch daily frames and weekly frames for a more macro perspective. And of course in the daily frame you can see some important things for the midterm as well, and we had this huge high risk here on this candle as well as on this candle, of course, where the 20-day EMA was way below the price action. That's why we consolidated for a bit. We needed to fuel up and going upwards again for Anchor against Bitcoin, but for Anchor against USD as well. Let's go for a bit to discuss about Anchor against Binance Coin. What we are seeing here is why we hit the top level for Anchor. We were reaching this distance close to previous highs for Anchor against Binance Coin on August 12, 2020. Right now we hit the same resistance. That's why we were consolidating for a bit, and of course we want to see it going upwards again. We need to see this cross continuing for the next days, and of course the 50-day EMA remaining beyond the 20-day and the 30-day EMA, and not to see the 30-day EMA reaching the 20-day EMA and going even above. We want to remain as we are right now so we can see better days, and you can see why we were consolidating for a bit back into the 15 April, around there, 14 April, and we saw this good nice candle here that told us that we were expecting to move upwards. If you see the Anchor against Binance Coin, we were reaching the top back on 12 April, 13 April, and we had some good signs that we will be going upwards. Okay, we reached this resistance line over here, which was our major resistance line back here, guys, and of course afterwards we moved upwards. So we want to maintain this level, but let's discuss a bit Anchor against USD in the 4-hour frame, the price action. As I told you before, guys, this was a pretty clear buying opportunity. When I made this video before in the previous days, told you 0.16 was a buying opportunity if we break through, because we minimize the risk. If you've bought here, of course it would be very better for you guys, around 0.12 cents. If you bought here, that's much better. But right now, in this case, when I made this video, the most clear buying opportunity would be breaking through this resistance point. You can see here I had the buying opportunity text. So what is the future of Anchor? How we will do if we keep and maintain this support level at 0.17 to 0.18 cents? If we maintain this support level, then we have this Fibonacci extension, and our next target, I think, guys, would be to have this level here, this resistance level, and of course let me put the price label 0.23 cents. Our next price target would be this target here, but of course we need firstly to maintain this as our support level. It still looks good, guys, and we might break through going to this gray here zone for the Fibonacci extension, taking this bottom point, then going up to the top point, near the top point, and of course going to our support line, which I think we will maintain. We might have this as our next Fibonacci target in USD. We might see this action, this price action. Of course, we will talk about that later in the days, and I will keep updating you if we have some major news. Okay, if we see Anchor going at this support level, if we break through this support level and go even beyond, I don't think that's the case, but if we do that, I don't say that will be the case. If we do that, I will update you guys, of course, but we are hoping to maintain these levels and of course hitting this resistance level at 0.23. That's our next target afterwards. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a fantastic day wherever you are, and of course I will see you soon with more videos. If you want to join our Telegram group channel, I am here. We can talk always about new things. Our community grows, and have a fantastic day again. Stay safe. Bye.